We'll start drawing the base of the birdhouse by drawing a rectangle from the origin point, and the part will be 5 1/2 inches by 3/4 of an inch. I can now zoom in a little bit closer so I can see what I'm doing. I will use the push-pull tool, extrude that up 8 inches. Well, now zoom extends to see the entire part. Next, I will use the guideline tool, pull a guideline out from the side. I can either type in 2 3/4, or if you'll notice, I move here and you'll see it snaps to the midpoint of the upper edge from inferencing, and I can select that. I now have a guideline at the midpoint of the part. I will use the protractor tool. Hovering over this front surface, I'll hold down a shift key to lock the orientation of the protractor in this position. Intersection of the guideline and the upper edge, I will click. I will move my cursor out along this axis to define the 0 degree of measurement. Click again, rotate around, type in 45 and enter. I now have a guideline at 45 degrees. We'll do the same thing for the other side. Type in 45. I now have my 2 guidelines where my ridgeline will go. Using the line key tool, I will draw a line from the intersections of the guidelines with the parts. Use the push-pull tool to push those pieces out and remove them. I will use the guideline tool, measure up from the bottom 3 inches. This will identify the middle of the hole in the front of the house. We'll use the circle tool. Click on this, we'll drag out, I'll type in 1 for a 1-inch radius, and I have the location of the hole. And now I want to use the push-pull tool, and I need to push that hole, or that circle, to the back surface to make a hole. Sometimes it's kind of hard to push things away from you. A trick that I found is you can drag it towards you, doing a pull to identify a direction, then type in the distance using a negative number, negative 0.75, which is the thickness of the wood, and it automatically goes to the right depth, and you have your hole. I will delete my guidelines, select all the entities, and group the part. Using the entity information window, I will label that group A-front/back, and I will assign that to layer A. I now want to use my move tool. I'm going to select the front edge of this part and drag this back along the green axis, tap my control key to make a copy of it, and then I'm going to type in 4.75, hit enter to put a copy 4 3/4 of an inch back. The next thing I'm going to do is double click on the back copy to open that group for editing. Select the circle on the front surface, and I'm going to hit my delete key to delete the circle. Rotate it around, select the circle on the back surface, and delete that. I've now healed that surface, removed the hole from it. Click outside the group to lock it, and we're done.